I want to give you a quick tutorial on how to use Bitnami on your local development environment. Bitnami is a very well-known distributor of images. They actually have an association with Amazon. They really know what they're doing, and for local developing environments, I found them to be the most convenient. But then again, that is if you're not afraid of command line, which you shouldn't be. Command line is an amazing world for you to make use of as a developer, and it would be good for you to just jump in. Okay, so the first thing I did is just Google Bitnami Joomla together, and you'll see there is actually a download Joomla Bitnami and Bitnami Joomla installer, and how to install Bitnami Joomla. And here's even on Joomla, there's even a documentation installing Joomla using Bitnami Joomla. Now we can open this, and we'll see that it has a recommended stack for Windows, Linux, and Mac. It basically deploys all this. You get a little setup, Bitnami Joomla setup tutorial, which takes you through the process of installation, helps you select the place and adds information, and then that's basically it. You're done. So it sort of does what other similar components do, but I have experience because it's targeting Joomla. It really does and places everything. So you could just click on this link here, or you can, if you check there at the bottom, it says bitnami.org stack Joomla, and that's basically the same as the first one here. So you could also have just clicked on this result. And I'm gonna, well, maybe I should just download it and run it, but because I'm on a Linux environment, you'd basically click on this one here, and then you'd select the environment which you're in, and you would just click and download. So no thanks, don't want to register, just want to download it, and that's really it. Just click and download. So we're just waiting for the download to start here, and then just save the file to your local system, and then basically run the file. Now if you if I just click back a few, if you used Microsoft, they have executable. See, it's the exe file, so you just double click on it, and that should get you going. And the same goes for Mac. So you just double click on the file and it will run you through a tutorial. I'm using Linux, which is a little bit different because it is using a run file, and you need to start it from command line. And as you can see, I just downloaded it. It's already got Joomla 3.8.11. It's always up to date. So if you're on a Linux system, you would say open in terminal. Doing a quick lsla, we'll see the file is not executable, so we'll make it executable. So that will be sudo sudo +x, and then the file name, enter, and it'll ask you for your password, of course, and you type that in. Oh, wrong command. It's a typo. It needs to be some mod. Okay, now the file is executable. If I check it out, it's now correct. Once you've done that, you can close the command line. So basically, it was just to run this chmod command over here to make the file executable, which is a safety in making sure that it runs correctly. Now you could just double click on the file in your file system, and it should start the Bitnami tutorial. So you select language, and welcome to Bitnami Joomla stack. And yes, we want all of this installed, and we're just going to select, well, let's just say like that, and call it, and next. And then you can give some defaults here, and I'm just going to give it a simple password, and next. And it's asking for the MySQL port. Now I know that I've already got MySQL installed here, so I'm wondering if this is gonna, let's see, which is 306, so 307 should be okay. Click next. Then just gonna give it a name. I'm not gonna do email here, and I'm not gonna try and link up with Bitnami's cloud, and then we're done. Next is basically going to run the installer and deploy everything you need, the PHP, the MySQL, Joomla with its database. It's really setting everything up for you. And if you're going to be doing local development, I suggest using this path because it takes care of everything for you, and it does it in a way that doesn't affect your already existing PHP and your already existing SQL and everything else. It really packages it into a folder, which I've just liked using. We're almost there. Now doing the MySQL database, creating the databases. This can take long depending on your system's resources. Now it's removing the things that it doesn't need. Well, actually it's setting up an uninstaller script, so if you didn't like this, you could then undo it. And we're done. Now you can launch the Bitnami Joomla stack and just click finish, and there we go. We've got it installed. Now to access the Joomla site, it's basically using my local IP, right? And then we go Joomla, and there is our Joomla website. And obviously to access the admin, there we go. Now to log in here, they have default passwords and stuff set. Basically the one that you typed in during the installation. And there we go. We are here, and we want to get JCB. So we install the web tab, and we type here JCB, enter, and it comes up. We click on it and we say install. It usually will grab the master branch, which is usually in sync with the latest release, and we install. It's also not counting these downloads, so that's one of the reasons we don't have any idea how many are using JCB at the moment. Okay, once it's installed, you can actually go and open JCB. We're on a little screen issue here, so I'll just downsize a bit. Now here we go. Let's grab a demo package by going to install JCB packages, and here is VDM packages, and there's the community packages, and we can grab any of these. Let's just take the Hello World and get the package. So as you can see, I've done nothing. I've just deployed Bitnami. I haven't touched any other feature of PHP or anything else, it just grabs the package and it validates the checksum for us. We force it to update and we click continue, and now it's importing the Hello World component, and there we go, it's done. Just to show, we quickly go here and we compile Hello World and install, and here we go, Hello World is there and it is working. We can add a greeting and it's doing everything as expected. We also can check the front end main menu. We change the main menu by using the Hello World greetings and save and close. Just before we do that, we go back to Hello World, we open the options, we check out the permissions, we search for site. We see there is 2 and they're already set to allowed greetings. If not, you just change them to allowed for the public, and that is the 2 areas you would like. And then you can click here and there is some text, you see it. We haven't given the public actually the edit rights, so it will say that it's not available, but it can actually check some text and go back to home. So we see that the Hello World tutorial is functioning on our Bitnami within, how long did this take? 11 minutes. Anyway, thanks for watching. That's just a quick demonstration of setting up a local developing environment with Bitnami. And the reason why I take this path is primarily because of what I'll show you next. Here you have the Bitnami folder. Remember we typed it in, and there's your Apache, there's all the files, and you want to go into the apps folder, then into the Joomla folder, and into the hdocs folder, and here is your whole Joomla website, and you can open and go in and actually work on your components and edit its files. So this is really the biggest reason. I want to be able to easily access the files and work with them, and so it's very doable here. The other feature which just comes out of the box by default is actually, if you go back enough, you will see it is that it has in the apps folder, you can see that it has the PHP My Admin installed. So that means you could type here PHP My Admin and be right there able to access PHP My Admin and check out the databases. And this all Bitnami did out of the box without real any complications. Anyway, that's the reason I like using Bitnami on my local developing environment, and they are quite quick with their updates. You can actually, if we go back to that folder, you'll see that it has here an uninstall and a manage files. So you could run this one to uninstall, and you can run this one to manage the environment, which does actually check whether the server is up, the configurations and server events and stuff like that. You can stop all, and then the other one which I like is that you can click here, uninstall. Do you want to uninstall the Bitnami Joomla stack and all its modules? Yes. And it starts to uninstall everything, removes everything. So you could run this, do some work, save your components, export your JCP packages, and then completely remove this thing and move on. But it's dangerous. Do keep in mind it really removes everything. Okay, well, this is now the end.